Shalom. Welcome to day 97 of Daily Bread. We'll be reading Leviticus 18, 1 King, chapter 3, Psalms 97, Proverbs 7, and Book of John, chapter 14. We'll be in the Scriptures, 2009 version. Leviticus chapter 18 on page 124. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, I am Yahweh your Elohim. Do not do as they do in the land of Mizraim, where you dwelt, and do not do as they do in the land of Canaan, where I am bringing you, and do not walk in their laws. Do my right rulings, and guard my laws, and walk in them, and I am Yahweh, your Elohim. And you shall guard my laws and my right rulings, which a man does and lives by them. I am Yahweh. No one is to approach anyone of his own flesh to uncover his nakedness. I am Yahweh. The nakedness of your father or the nakedness of your mother you do not uncover. She was your mother. You do not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of your father's wife you do not uncover. It is your father's nakedness. The nakedness of your sister, the daughter of your father, or the daughter of your mother, whether born at home or elsewhere, their nakedness you do not uncover. The nakedness of your son's daughter, or your daughter's daughter, their nakedness you do not uncover, for theirs is your own nakedness. The nakedness of your father's wife's daughter, brought forth by your father, she is your sister. You do not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of your father's sister you do not uncover. She is your father's flesh. The nakedness of your mother's sister you do not uncover, for she is your mother's flesh. The nakedness of your father's brother you do not uncover. You do not approach his wife. She is your aunt. The nakedness of your daughter-in-law you do not uncover. She is your son's wife. You do not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of your brother's wife you do not uncover. It is your brother's nakedness. The nakedness of a woman and her daughter you do not uncover, nor do you take her son's daughter or her daughter's daughter to uncover her nakedness. They are her relatives. It is wickedness. And do not take a woman as a rival to her sister to uncover her nakedness while the other is alive. And do not approach a woman to uncover her nakedness in her monthly separation of cleanliness. And do not have intercourse with the wife of your neighbor to defile yourself with her. And do not give any of your offspring to pass through Moloch. And do not profane the name of Yahweh. Do not profane the name of your Elohim. I am Yahweh. And do not lie with a male as with a woman. It is an abomination. And you do not have intercourse with any beast to defile yourself with it. And a woman does not stand before a beast to mate with it. It is a perversion. And do not defile yourselves with all these, for by all these nations are defiled, which I am driving out before you. Thus the land became defiled. Therefore I punish it for its crookedness, and the land vomited out its inhabitants. But you shall guard my laws and my right rulings, and do not any of these abominations, the native nor sojourner who sojourns among you. Because the men of the land who were before you had done all these abominations, and thus the land became defiled. So do not let the land vomit you out for defiling it, as it vomited out the nations that were before you. For whoever does any of these abominations, those beings who do who do them shall be cut off from among their people, and you shall guard my charge so as not to do any of these abominable laws which were done before you, so as not to defile yourselves by them. I am Yahweh your Elohim. On to 1 Kings chapter 3 on page 350. And Solomon joined in marriage with Pharaoh's sovereign of Misraim, and took the daughter of Pharaoh, and brought her to the city of David, until he had completed building his own house, and the house of Yahweh, and the wall all around Jerusalem. Only the people slaughtered at the high places, for a house for the name of Yahweh has not been built until those days. And Solomon loved Yahweh, walking in the laws of his father David, except that he slaughtered and burned incense at the high places. And the sovereign went to Gibeon to slaughter there, for there was a great high place. Solomon offered 1,000 ascending offerings on that slaughter place. At Gibeon, Yahweh appeared to Solomon in a dream by night, and Elohim said, "Ask what I should give you." And Solomon said, You have shown great loving commitment to your servant David my father, as he walked before you in truth and in righteousness, and in unrighteousness of heart with you. And you have guarded for him this great loving commitment, and did give him a son to sit on his throne, as it is this day. And now, O Yahweh my Elohim, you have set up your servant to reign instead of my father David. But I am a little child. I do not know how to go out or how to come in. And your servant is in the midst of your people whom you have chosen, a great people, too numerous to be numbered or counted. Shall you give to your servant an understanding heart to rule your people, to discern between good and evil? For who is able to rule this great people of yours? And the word was good in the eyes of Yahweh, and Solomon had asked this. So Elohim said to him, Because you have asked this, and have not asked long life for yourself, nor have asked riches for yourself, nor have asked the life of your enemies, but have asked for yourself discernment to understand right rulings. And see, I shall do according to your words. See, I shall give you a wise and understanding heart, so that there was none like you before, and none like you shall rise after. And I shall also give you what you have not asked, both riches and esteem, so that there shall not be anyone like you among the sovereigns all your days. And if you walk in my ways to guard my laws and my commands, as your father David walked, then I shall prolong your days. And Solomon awoke, and see, it was a dream. And he came into Jerusalem, and stood before the ark of the covenant of Yahweh, and offered an ascending offering, and made peace offerings. And he made a feast for all his servants. Then 2 women, whores, came to the sovereign, and stood before him. And one woman said, O my master, this woman I had dwelt in the same house, and I gave birth while she was in the house. And it came to be the 3rd day after I have given birth that this woman also gave birth. And we were together. There was a stranger with us in the house, only the 2 of us in the house. Then this woman's son died in the night, because she lay on him. And she rose up in the middle of the night and took my son from my side while your female servant slept, and laid him in her bosom, and laid her dead child in my bosom. And I arose in the morning to nurse my son, and saw he was dead. But I looked at him closely in the morning, and saw he was not my son whom I had borne. And the other woman said, No, but the living one is my son, and the dead one is your son. And the first woman said, No, for the dead one is your son, and the living one is my son. And they spoke before the sovereign. And the sovereign said, The one says, This is my son, who lives, and your son is the dead one. While the other one says, No, for your son is the dead one, and my son is the living one. The sovereign said, Bring me a sword. So they brought a sword before the sovereign. And the sovereign said, Divide the living child in two, and give half to one and the other half to the other. And the woman whose son was living spoke to the sovereign, for she was overcome with compassion for her son, and said, O my master, give her the living child, and by no means kill him. But the other said, Let him be neither mine nor yours, but divide him. And the sovereign answered and said, Give the first woman the living child, and by no means kill him. She is his mother. And all Israel heard of the right ruling which the sovereign had rendered, and they feared the sovereign, for they saw that the wisdom of Elohim was in him to do right ruling. She'd rather have given him up than obviously for him to die. On to Psalms 97. Yahweh shall reign, the earth rejoices. Many isles are glad, clouds and darkness all around him. Righteousness and right ruling are the foundation of his throne. Fire goes before him, and burns up his adversaries around about. His lightning shall light the world. The earth shall see and tremble. The mountains shall melt like wax before the face of Yahweh, before the face of the Master of all the earth. The heavens shall declare his righteousness, and in all the people shall see his esteem. And all people put to shame who serve carved images, those boasting on matters of naught. Bow yourselves to him, all you mighty ones. Zion shall hear and be glad, and the daughters of Judah rejoice, because of your right rulings, O Yahweh. For you, Yahweh, are the most high over all the earth. You shall be greatly exalted over all mighty ones. For you love Yahweh. You who love Yahweh hate evil. He guards the lives of his loving committed ones. He delivers them out of the hand of the wrong. Light is sown for the righteous, and gladness for the upright in heart. Rejoice in Yahweh, you righteous, and give thanks to the remembrance of his set-apartness. Moving on to Proverbs 7 on page 735. My son, guard my words, and treasure up my commands with you. Guard my commands and live, and my Torah as the apple of your eye. Bind them on your fingers, write them on the tablet of your heart. Say to wisdom, You are my sister, and call understanding a close friend. To guard you against the strange woman, against the foreigner who flatters with her words. For at the window of my house I looked through my lattice, and I saw among the simple, I perceived among the youths, a young man lacking heart, passing through the street near her corner. And he went away to her house in the delight in the evening, in the black and dark night. And look, a woman met him, dressed like a whore, with a hidden heart. She was boisterous and stubborn. Her feet did not stay at her own house. Now in the street, now in the square, and at every corner she lurks. And she took hold of him and kissed him. She hardened her face and said to him, Slaughterings of peace offerings are with me. Today I have paid my vows. Therefore I came out to meet you, to earnestly seek your face, and I found you. I have spread my bed with coverings, colored linens of mistram. I have sprinkled my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of carnal love until morning. Let us delight ourselves with love. For my husband is not at home. He has gone on a long journey. He took a bag of silver with him. He comes home on the day of covering. With her many words she leads him astray. With her smooth lips she seduces him. He goes after her immediately. Like an ox, he goes to the slaughter. And as it chains a fool to the punishment, till an arrow strikes through his liver, like a bird rushing into a snare, and did not know it would take his life. And now, listen to me, you children. Pay attention to the words of my mouth. Do not let your heart turn aside to her ways. Do not go astray in her paths. For many are the wounded she has caused to fall, and numerous all her killed ones. Her house is the way to Sheol, going down to the rooms of death. Moving on to John, chapter 14, on page 1041, 1041. Let it not your heart be troubled. Believe in Elohim. Believe also in me. In my Father's house are many staying places, and if not, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I shall come again and receive you to myself, that where I am you might be too. And where I go you know, and the way you know. Thomas said to him, Master, we do not know where you are going, and how are we able to know the way? Yeshua said to him, I am the way, and the truth, and the light. No one comes to the Father except through me. If you had known me, you would have known my Father too. From now on, you know him and have seen. Philip said to him, Master, show us the Father. It is enough for us. Yeshua said to him, Have I been with you so long, and you have not known me, Philip? He who has seen me has seen the Father. And how do you say, show us the Father? Do you not believe that I am in the Father, and the Father is in me? The words I speak to you, I do not speak from myself, but the Father who stays in me does his works. Believe me that I am in the Father and the Father in me. Otherwise, believe me because of the works themselves. Truly, truly, I say to you, he who believes in me, the works that I do, he shall do also. And greater works than these he shall do, because I go to my Father. And whatever you ask in my name, that I shall do, in order that the Father might be esteemed in the Son. If you ask whatever in my name, I shall do it. If you love me, if you guard my commands, and I shall ask the Father, and he shall give you another helper to stay with you forever, the Spirit of the truth, the Holy Spirit, whom the world is unable to receive because it does not see him or know him. But you know him, for he stays with you and shall be in you. I shall not leave you orphans. I am coming to you. Yet a little while, and the world no longer sees me. But you shall see me. You shall see me, because I live, and you shall live. In that day you shall know that I am in the Father, and you in me, and I in you. He who possesses my commands and guards them is he who loves me. And he who loves me shall be loved by my Father, and I shall love him and manifest myself to him. Judea, not the Judas, not the one from Kirat, said to him, one putting the one not betraying him. Master said to him, Master, what has come about that you are about to manifest yourself to us and not the world? And Yeshua answered him, If anyone loves me, he shall guard my word, and my Father shall love him. And we shall come to him and make our stay with him. He who does not love me does not guard my words, and the word which you hear is not mine, but the Father who sent me. These words I have spoken to you while still with you. But the Helper, the set-apart Spirit, whom the Father shall send in my name, he shall teach you all and remind you of all that I said to you. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. You heard that I said to you, I am going away, and I am coming to you. If you did not love me, you would have rejoiced that what I said. I am going to the Father, for my Father is greater than I. And now I have told you before it takes place, that when it does take place, you shall believe. I shall no longer talk much with you, for the ruler of this world is coming, and he possesses none at all in me. But in order for the world to know that I love the Father, and that as much as the Father commanded me, so I am doing. Rise up, let us go from here. Shalom. Make it a great day. Read your Bible. Talk to the Father.